in Springfield to determine whether or not a new Missouri law that bans minors from receiving gender-affirming health care will take effect as scheduled on Monday. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-208-9TIP. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113 this afternoon. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight with lows in the mid-70s. Sunshine 100 for tomorrow, sunshine 100 for Friday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
79 in Seneca, 78 in Pittsburgh, 80 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. Today we're featuring the kids from the Elite Preparatory School in Joplin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge or your class group or whomever, you can go to KIX1025.com and click on the Morning KIX page, and the button that's on there will tell you how to upload your audio.
Or if it's easier, just give us a call and we can record them at 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Whoops. Which button do I hit next? Gosh, it's my first day. Sorry.
Welcome. We're so glad to have you. Morning, y'all. Morning, Dorinda. Good morning, Sheila.
Morning. Welcome to Amateur Hour.
It's always those non-intro songs that seem to throw us for a loop.
Well, why would I hit that button instead of... I looked over to see who it was.
Right.
And read it and then went right over and hit the green button.
Habit.
Yeah, I guess.
Morning,
I have a
Sarah.
habit of doing it wrong.
How was your first day, Sarah? Well, the kiddos back? Everything go okay?
Who's the kid with the attitude that you're going to have to bring down a notch? I just wanted to say that. Did 2 hours of rehearsal last night. I had to be there at 4:45 this afternoon. Now, they have, I will tell you this, they're doing a back-to-school night tonight at James River.
Mm-hmm.
Every superintendent from every school is going to be there. There's like 14 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're going to do an interview with all of them. I don't think all 14 will be here. I think that includes maybe some of the other campuses.
Yeah.
But then after all of this, there's this huge carnival going to be happening. For one thing, during the production, there are guys on trampolines jumping all over the place in front of. And
cool.
They've really, really cool production, live DJ and everything. And then after all of that is over, they've got a big carnival with free hot dogs and cotton candy and snow cones and all that stuff out in the parking lot.
When's that at?
That's at James River Church on Maiden Lane this evening. It all starts at, I would get there early because it's going to be a lot of people, about 6:37.
You know what I just realized? The lunar landing for India is
supposed
right
to happen
now.
Right now? Is it landing?
They're trying to. It says 8:15 Eastern, which is going to be 7:15 for us.
Yep.
Did you find actual video of it?
Yep.
Now, those final minutes of Shot Round 3 being into...
Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. I don't know if I did or if I found some idiot trying to act like he does.
If you go to... Oh, okay. Yep, that's it. Sheila said, so be there at 5.
No, I wouldn't be there at 5. You don't have to be there at 5. 6:30 would be plenty of time. So this is an artist representation that they're showing right here, guys. Let me make this smaller a little bit better. Oh, you can't see it, can you? There now.
There we go. You think
They're
Russia is
showing
sweating
the
bullets right now?
electronic sub-assembly here of the thing. A whole bunch of numbers. You get a whole bunch of numbers. There's what the rover looks like itself.
So do we know exactly what happened with Russia's spacecraft that caused it to explode?
It crashed.
Oh. But why did it crash? What happened?
They forgot to put a pilot on it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Is there like a
Yes,
specific
we do.
angle
Yes,
you've got
we
to?
do. One of the boosters failed to fire. One of the
Oh.
things to steer. I do remember hearing that. Well, so this is not live. I don't know if they're getting ready to do live, but this is like coverage from New York Times right here, right now.
Cool.
Yeah. So far there's nothing, live on it. That's a technical term. Spell it.
Actually, this video is coming from the
It's actually come from the Indian government.
from the Indian government.
Yeah. So anyway, until they get something worth watching on it.
Oh, right there.
There's the control room. Okay,
Yay! Cool.
so there's the control room, but nobody's got any live video. Apparently, they haven't figured out how to do that.
All right, get ready, guys.
All right.
Here we go. Come on.
Free gift certificates to anybody who can pronounce the name of the rover, the lander.
Oh, look at these nice chairs they all get to sit in. How come our office doesn't offer chairs like that for us to lounge in?
My studio has chairs like that. A chair like that. I don't have chairs.
All right, 15
plural.
seconds. You ready?
You ready? Are you ready? KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113. It's 80 in Joplin.
Got to look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes for you. You know, India is right now in the process of trying to land that rover on the south pole of the moon.
We're watching it right now. Actually, if you join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch, Twitter, we are live everywhere on social media. Come watch with us.
You can also get to the video by going to the KIX app or by going to KIX1025.com.
Because remember, it's back to school time, which means all the kiddos are in school, so you've got a little bit of time to kill on your own, right?
Right. That's
what it is.
And we're so happy that it's back to school that we've got a special way to celebrate in just 12 minutes.
Here's Rodney Atkins.
On KIX 102.5. Yeah, come on, guys. Quit showing us artist
I
representation.
don't care about the artist representation. I want to
This
see it
is
happen.
like with Chinese news coverage where emojis and what is it called? Animation they use for news stories. When they don't have video footage, they just have their animators draw up something, artist representation.
Right.
And I would say over half of their news coverage over there is this artist representation stuff, and it's horrible. I mean, it's really, really bad.
So is this what they're assuming it looks like right? Oh, okay.
It's a satellite.
Satellites moving.
Time lapse. A massive time lapse. All right, so show us something. I mean, we were able to get video back in 1968. Surely they can do that.
Got you sponsors. It's supposed to land at 8:15, which is 7:15 our time, so 3 minutes.
And they're not showing anything. I mean, it's just an animation. So that is not.
Wow, there are 3 million people watching this right now.
Yeah. So this is the altitude of it landing. The rough braking phase. That's like when your mom forgets how they work and she's stomping on it. Jeez, Mom!
Morning, Megan.
Slam my face into the back seat. That's the rough braking phase.
All right, so is this what it's doing right now? Is it rough braking?
Yeah, it should be about done with the rough braking phase considering there's 5 minutes left.
roughly 690 seconds. Is that what that is?
No, I don't think so. That's distance. That's I think a ratio.
Almost 1 million likes on this video. Good morning, Jimmy.
There's the control room guys. Either that or a bunch of telemarketers waiting for their next insurance call.
All right, we can do it. We can do it. They're all watching, highly anticipating.
They seem really bored. You know, you think they ought to be doing something. Normally, when you see footage from like NASA and stuff, they're scrambling everywhere.
Here they go. They're all looking at a screen and pointing. Yep.
That's our screen right there.
Oh.
See our screen?
Oh, look there. Yes.
See our screen?
Oh. Here we go.
What are we going?
I don't know. Hopefully.
Hey, there's another screen. Here, watch me make Pac-Man do this. And what they're doing is they're watching video game footage from Resident Evil.
No. How many people does it take to get one spacecraft to the moon? There you go. That guy's on the edge of his seat. Look at
They're
him.
praying to the Hindu god Vishnu. Vishnu. See, they don't have video footage even. None of them do.
I feel like, yeah, sort of, right there on the right.
Is it? I feel like they got a bunch of people off the street and said, hey, you guys want to come in and watch this? And they're just sitting around. Nobody's actually doing anything.
They're watching with anticipation. What are they supposed to do right now? The spacecraft?
Flying the thing. I guess it's all pre-programmed. So.
Right. You can do it.
Yeah, that video up there next to the curving graph thing.
I think that's what the satellite is seeing, right?
That kind of looks like it, but I don't know.
It's just a really awful camera.
Okay, it is now 13 after 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Can we fast forward?
Morning, Heather.
Morning, everybody. Boy, they're a greeting bunch of people. Whoa, who's that? There's Grandma. Oh, that's the Department of Space. He looks like an evil genius over there on the right.
Wait, space has its own department?
Yeah. Well, yeah, where are you going to keep it?
Do we have a Department of Space?
It's right over here.
Oh, yes, space. Yes. How many people are watching now? 4.3 million people are watching this.
That's actually not that many compared to the moonwalk. When they're estimated 80% of the Earth's population watched that.
That's amazing.
80%.
Only thing missing is popcorn. Heather, we're watching India is trying to be the first country to land a spacecraft on the south pole of the moon. Spacecraft on the south pole of the moon.
Bunch of space crap on the moon.
And Russia tried to be the first one there, and they failed.
Last week, it crashed.
Like this week on Monday.
So India now is trying to, the Chamamanamama
They're trying to win the race.
Is trying to land a rover on the south pole of the moon. The reason this is significant is because it's estimated that there are millions and millions of gallons of water. Frozen there.
All right, here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We've got a special way to celebrate back to school right after John Party.
On KIX 102.5.
What is landing time?
7:15, which is right now. So it's supposed to be landing right now.
Morning, Romelda. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, you can't.
Okay. Never mind.
Yes, I did pay that bill off.
Right. I want to know, like, how close.
They earned that reputation.
Go back to the graph that shows us how close it is to the actual surface.
Okay, what is this? That is not video, guys. I'm sorry. That is a representation. That is not
Up to
a video.
4.5.
Oh, it says downrange. I thought it said doom range. And I'm like, why would they calculate that? Why would you want to know the doom range?
Okay, so
Stay out of the doom range.
if it's that little dot on the line, then it's still in the rough breaking phase.
Chandrayaan. Then they are late.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's now after, it's 7:16.
The comments are hilarious.
I guess. Read them.
Baby, please land.
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah.
We're going to meet the aliens now for sure. Good game.
Good game.
This is clearly
don't
fake.
pick
It's
your
just
nose,
a
dude.
simulation.
It is just a simulation. This is really, having a cartoon representation is really going to give fodder to the moon landing conspiracy theorists.
Hurry, decrease its speed ASAP. This is in the BBC. 4.7 million live watching history created. My favorite space agency.
Chandrayaan. Chandrayaan.
You know, I've never really thought about having a favorite space agency.
There's a lot
4.9
of them
million
now.
now watching.
There are a lot of. Did you see that guy just made that snarky face at the girl sitting next to him?
No, I'm too busy looking at comments.
He went and he looked over and she said something and he goes,
Uh. Yeah, that little dot right there on the graph is where it is because it's moved.
right?
Amazing soft
Megan?
landing. It hasn't soft landed yet. What are you talking about?
Soft landed.
10 seconds.
It's like watching paint dry. Right, Sheila? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113. It's 80 in Joplin.
So we are currently watching the attempt at a moon landing by the Chandrayaan Space
Sure.
Agency out of India. And we've got video of it on our live video feed. So if you come on with us at KIX1025.com, the KIX app, or Facebook, or Twitter, or anywhere, you can watch that. One of our KIX family, Sheila, said, it's like watching paint dry. Really, it is. It really is. Because they're late now.
It was supposed to happen at 7:15 our time, and here it is 7:18, so they're behind schedule.
So it says countdown from descent start, and they are plus. So they're 4 minutes over now, 4.5 minutes over. It still has not landed. I guess they have some footage off of the side of the rover.
As best as they can, you know.
But they're not showing that. You can see it up on the screen above the space guys at the agency there. But they're showing a cartoon artist rendition over on the left. So if you're looking right now at it.
Yeah, it's got the simulation. It's got a graph of where it is in relation
and
to the moon.
And then to the right of that is the actual video footage off of the side of the rover.
I mean, I think it's still really, really cool, though. So if you want to come on and watch with us, if you want to see, there's 5 million people watching this video right now, and we are a part of that history.
It's the first time we've been back to the moon in long time.
Assuming they actually landed, because Russia tried this days ago and crashed.
Should have gone back to school is what they should have done.
I know a lot of folks are already back to school this week. Why did you do Big Ice? Why are you doing Big Ice?
Because you can actually see the camera from the side of the rover.
Oh, here they go. They got in on it. So you can see all the craters in the moon now. This is so cool.
You're easily amused.
I love space. I think space is fantastic. When I was in school, it was one of my favorite things to study.
So I thought she was going to say when I was in space, like on her way here.
I would love to go to space. If I could go to space, I would totally do it.
Again, you mean?
Again, yes.
To go back home?
I wish I could.
Back to your home planet.
Back to my home planet.
Now they're back to the cartoon artist
Go
rendition.
back. Get off the cartoon. I want to see the actual moon and what's going on.
They're just giving the conspiracy theorists fodder when they show that. To say, see, that's not real.
A lot of the folks too in the comments were talking about that. They're like, this is just a simulation. It's not real. Well, obviously. Obviously, it's a simulation. They don't have a camera following the satellite through space.
But they do have a camera on the side of the thing. So we're going to keep watching it, and we'll give you an update and let you know if they actually land or not. We are still celebrating back to school.
Woo-hoo!
These are what are known. It's no longer the dog days of August. It's now the happy days of August. Backpack, lunchbox, happy days. School closed, bus stop, happy days. Homework, workbook, happy days. The kids aren't here for the school year. There's so much I can do. Yeah. These days are all my freedom. Oh, happy days. Those friends are someone else's problem. Oh, baby. Hello, quiet.
Goodbye, noise.
My house gets a rest from being destroyed.
Feels so right.
Can't be wrong.
Kick my feet up all school year long. My day is finally on my.
So happy that it's school time. Happy days.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
We're up to 5.5 million people watching this.
No, now this is an unmanned spacecraft, of course. It's
Right.
just a rover, which, by the way, we sent one of these to Mars. So just saying,
Why did we go to Mars and everyone else went to the South Pole of the moon?
mapping, navigation, better navigation.
Because we need Google Maps instructions on Mars.
Turn left at Alpha Centauri.
Oh, man. It's only 21 kilometers away from the moon. This is so exciting.
And it's slowing down. So 59.4, it keeps going faster, slower, 59 point. Now it's back up to 60. That's the vertical velocity. The horizontal velocity is coming down, though. So, in other words, it's still going forward, but not falling down as fast. So the descent is slowing. See those speeds?
Why is the descent slowing down?
Because you don't want to crash into the surface.
Okay, yes, that makes perfect sense when you put it that way. It's still in the rough braking.
But I
Come
find
on.
it interesting that it's still going, it's actually speeding up a little bit going forward.
Stop showing the people, someone said.
Yeah, really. Look at that guy over there next. Oh, hey, he's got his fingers in his nose.
5.7 million people watching. Good morning, Sherry. How you been?
Morning, Sherry.
Thank you. Dorinda did a great job. Thank you. That song was fun. All right. This one person said 50% landing done safely. How do you know it's 50% done?
Well, I mean, really, I would think that 99% of it would be touching down. I mean, it doesn't
Right.
matter if you fall 1,000 feet per second as long as you stop before you get there.
I don't see any water.
Well, it's underground. That's another thing, too. The ice that they are hoping to find, by the way, it's not been proven that it is there, but the ice they are hoping to find is underground, deep, deep, deep underground. So they're going to have to drill to see if it's there. And what does that give them? I mean, the ability to maybe produce hydrophonic fuels?
Maybe. Are they going to bring the ice back?
No, we've got ice here. We plenty of ice.
You don't have
In fact,
moon
you can
ice.
put some in your drink. I guess that picture to the right of the graph, to the left of the speedometer, is just a little boring because until they get right above the moon, it's not going to move quickly. And for another thing, I don't think it's sending video. I think it's sending still images every
think it
few
is too.
seconds.
I can't see where the dot is on the graph. Where are we at on the descent?
It's not moving. Yeah, what did they do? They take the dot off the graph?
Unless it's in the curve and it's just kind of blending in.
I don't know.
Oh, they're clapping. Why are we clapping? What happened?
Who's clapping?
They were all clapping. Why were they clapping?
Bill told a joke. Yeah, it's a good one, Bill. Good one.
Because it's less than 10 kilometers away now.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Who's he waving to? What was that?
Hi.
Now watch him. Hi, everybody. Hey, hey, look at. Hey.
Look at Linda. Oh my gosh.
Finally, Jimmy.
I feel like we haven't seen you in forever,
The
Sherry.
dot is very close. So it's within, you see those lines, the grid pattern lines?
Yes.
It is in between.
Oh.
Between the last two.
Yeah, I see it now. They're so
Why
close.
do they have the picture of the guy up there?
Is he the president or something?
That dude.
6 million people watching. Is it safe to drill on the moon?
Sure. I mean, what are they going to do? Make you leave?
I mean, you don't know what it's going to do to the moon, and the moon controls the tides and things. Like, we need the moon.
Well, yeah, but I don't think a little
Leave the moon
microscopic hole in the moon is going to affect its rotation. Which, by the way, I don't know if you know or not, but the moon is actually going further and further away. It's like so many inches every year.
Baby, come back. There's the dot right there. Oh, man.
See it here. Hold on. Let me
It's in the
so-
fine breaking phase. We move from rough to fine.
So you can. Oh,
Morning, Melissa. Dorinda. Dorinda said, bless you, Jen. Thank you. All right, come on.
There's the picture of off the camera, right there to the left of that speedometer,
3.5 kilometers away. All right.
which is about 4 miles.
6.3 million watching now.
Is that right? I'm no good with kilometers.
I don't. You're the math one of this
I'm not good
pairing
at
here.
Translating metric to standard. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Again, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good practice there, Romelda.
What was that?
What?
Sarah Belda?
I said, good practice there, Romelda. Good practice there, Romelda.
Sounded like good practice there, Sarah Melda.
Good practice there, Romelda. Okay, it has slowed down drastically. I mean, they were at 700 horizontal millimeters per second or meters per second. Now they're down to 118.
Well, they don't
want to
pull a Russia.
That's the horizontal. So the vertical now is slowed down from 60 to 26.
Gosh, look at the moon's surface. Okay, we're clapping. Yay!
Why are they clapping? He is not happy about it.
Because he's the prime minister of India. See? Because we're so close.
So they'll
close.
see if he gets really irritated. If it crashes, they're going to know about it. He can chew them out from right there, the whole room. Well, they are really late. I mean, 15 minutes.
Better
past
late than
time.
rushing to get it on time and the whole
Russian,
thing explodes.
get it?
That was clever.
Oh, meters per second. It has really slowed down. We're down now to like 6 meters per second. 4, 11. Okay, it is now turning.
Real easy there. You can do it, little guy. They're clapping. Okay.
So inside the thing is the, yay!
812 meters.
Bill's birthday. Yeah, it's
Are we
almost-
just gonna clap
it
until it
stopped.
actually
It
lands?
has stopped. It's landed.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it is. Look at the vertical, the velocities. It has stopped. Those are all now at 0.
It's not landed. See? There's still that space there in the simulation.
Oh, that's because they forgot to draw that part.
I think it's just hovering at the moment, right?
Maybe. Seems like that's a waste of fuel.
This is it. They're going to actually do it. This time it's going to land.
Sure. Let's really build some suspense. Let's just hold it there in the air for about half an hour.
It's going down very slowly. See? You didn't see it move just then? Come on.
Chandrayaan. Oh, it is descending a little bit. It is
Have a great day, Sarah.
very gently coming
Have a good
down.
one, Sheila.
Okay, so here on the left actual camera footage from the lander.
Oh, it's so close. There we go. Side by side. There we go.
Oh, yeah, you can see the ground under it now.
Yes. Oh, doggies. Oh my gosh, it's going to do it. 6.7 million people watching across the world right now.
They'll say, "You remember where you were the time that India landed the space rover on the moon?" And be like, "What? Why are you asking these questions? Who are you? How did you get in my house? Out! Out! That's personal information."
7.3 million now.
Where were you when the India moon rover landed? Where were you? Do you remember the time when Sanjaya said, "Hey, we've done it"?
Oh my gosh, that was good.
I wouldn't call it a leap. I would call it a butt scoot for mankind, Megan. Kind of that. Not a giant leap. It's more of a butt scoot for mankind.
What are we doing here? We're doing the story.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for looking. I was, oh, yeah, okay. So if you're not getting enough rest, we've got a solution for you.
Oh, it's so close. Ugh. Oh, my God.
I feel like we're getting excited unjustifiably, though, aren't we?
No, this is so cool. Are we just going to clap until it lands? Slow clap. Oh, he stopped clapping. We can't clap. He stopped clapping. Oh, are we getting a little bit of emotion for the Prime
It'd
Minister?
be funny if it landed and then went like this.
Get the Prime. I don't want to see it. Okay, there we go. Go back to the. Oh, it's so close. You can do
lean
it,
to
little
the left.
spacecraft.
Lean to the right.
You can. Oh, it is leaning. Quit. You could do it, little guy. We believe in you.
Do we? That's weird to believe in a mechanical object.
I've seen Wall-E. I believe in it.
The altitude is what you need to watch there on the right.
Is this the dark side of the moon?
Yes.
Someone just said.
Yes, it is. I believe it's always.
Oh, man, look how fast it's moving now. 33, 37, 35. Oh, golly.
Altitude of 27 kilometers. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. More to KIX with Randy and Jen.
If you're not getting enough sleep at night, we've got a solution that might fix that for you.
We'll tell you all about it after Jason Aldean.
On KIX 102.5. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Look, the Prime Minister. Oh,
It's down. It's down.
Yay!
It is down. They landed
Yay! Landed! Good job.
Turns
it's
out
on
that-
the moon.
Turns out they forgot to plug in the rover, so they're not going to be able to get it out.
Wait.
No, we're not interested in looking at his.
7.9 million people. It did it. It landed. It is on the South Pole of the moon.
Well, as long as the Russians didn't do it, that's all we care about.
Oh, the guy's going to speak. Speech, 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 speech. Stop clapping. Morning, Becky.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी
Okay, that's enough of that.
Namaskar.
I will not tolerate that kind of language on this show. All right.
Oh, my gosh. That was so exciting.
Can they not show us the footage of the thing?
What's the moon look like?
Dust. I got to get up there. Let me up there. Linda, where's Linda? All right, we good now? We're just going to be showing the Prime Minister and the Shandarayan crew.
They're not going to show us what it actually looks like. I want to see a picture of the moon.
Yeah, that's what I was.
What if this is the reason the aliens come full force? Megan says.
He can see his house. Did he say he could see his house from there?
Oh, Randy. It's so exciting.
All right. Go take the boy to school, Megan. So we can report on that here.
Yay! Congratulations, India. While you were busy doing that, we went to the Mars.
Yeah, so there.
Well, that was a very exciting start to the morning. Holy cow. I have Palm Beach this morning again, by the way. Oh, man. I believe it's at 8:30.
Sanskrit is the name of the moon craft.
They named it Sanskrit?
No, I'm sorry. No, that's the language they wrote
I was
it
going
in.
to say, that's a language.
Chandrayaan-3 is mooncraft in Sanskrit.
Chandrayaan
So
3.
that's an original name. What are you calling it? Mooncraft?
Does that mean that 1 and 2 were unsuccessful?
Yeah, I guess so.
1 and 2 had to crash so 3 could fly or
Chandrayaan
land.
means
Here we go, 3
mooncraft.
seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 736.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113. It's 80 in Joplin.
So India's done it. They just landed the probe on the dark side, on the south pole of the moon. When people start getting next to your south pole with a probe.
Randy.
What?
We're not. This is incredible. This is history. There were nearly 8 million people watching this live.
And we had it on our live video there, so saw as it happened. The video images that were coming back were kind of unimpressive. I mean, it was off the side of the probe.
So you can only see so much.
So they had a graphic representation of it landing as it was happening.
They did the best with what they could. The fact, though, is that they, before Russia, got their spacecraft on the moon.
So someone asked down there, said, why isn't America landing a probe on the moon? I was like, because we went to Mars and did ours. Our rover
priority.
We went to Mars because we could.
Well, now that they have successfully done this, I'm sure they are all going to want a really long night's sleep to recover.
So they believe that the South Pole's uncharted territory could hold important reserves of frozen water and precious elements. So that's what they're going to be doing with the rover, is actually mining in that area to see if they can find some of those elements and find the frozen water.
They're going to mine moon ice?
Yeah, well, they're going to try to. It's so far under the surface of the moon because most of the moon's surface is dust. So they've got to go down below all that dust to see if they can find what they think will be there. There might not be anything there.
Wait, so you're telling me, is moon water going to be the new, mineral water?
I hope not. That sounds gross. I mean, be full of dust and stuff. Actually, it's so that they can create hydroponic stations there to create hydroponic fuel, and they'll be able to convert that to oxygen so they could open up space stations, things like that, moon stations.
Hey, Randy. What's a hydrophonic?
It's noise made with water.
And what sound is that noise? Oh, it's fascinating.
So speaking of fascinating and technology, check this out. If you're not getting enough sleep, there is a coffee shop in Tokyo that's installing something called the Giraffe Nap Pod.
Which basically allows people to nap while standing up.
Yeah, it was inspired by the giraffe, which is capable of sleeping while standing up. And it looks kind of like a payphone booth. It's got soundproofing and ventilation and adjustable supports that supposedly let you sleep in an upright position.
There's also a padded shelf for your arms and head, and there's a seat for your butt, and a pad for your lower legs, a pad for your feet. And then all the pads are actually angled, and they're adjustable to kind of lock you into this upright position.
And as an added bonus, when you wake up, you'll be sore in completely new ways.
How do you deal with the drool on the face pad from the previous guy?
I don't know, but I think you could save a lot of money and just use a refrigerator carton instead of this.
It can't be nearly as comfortable, though.
This has been tried before. You remember the whole sleep awake thing, don't you?
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You've been up all night working at your office, preparing for a big presentation. If only you could have a few moments of sleep. But there's just no time. Well, now you can with Sleep Awake. Like the little battery that keeps the clock working in your pocket calculator, Sleep Awake shuts down your brain synapses, except for those directly relating to your immediate conscious activity. Within seconds, you're in dreamland, yet functioning on what appears to be a fully conscious level. Does it work? I'm wide asleep now while I'm reading this commercial, and I'm going to drive home when I'm done. Don't waste another minute on slumber. Get a full night's rest without stopping with Sleep Awake, new from Type A Laboratories.
I forgot there was a spot to go with that. And we got to the end of that, and I was like, how are we getting out of this? Do you need pee? You want me to push the button so you can go pee? Okay. Well, that was exciting. Good job, India. I'm very curious to know what they're going to find, if anything. And what can you do with moon dust? Moon dust. Certainly people have brought moon dust back, right? Lunar soil. Wow, actual moon dust is worth over $500,000 for a little vial of it. Lunar dust has silicate in it, a material commonly found on planetary bodies with volcanic activity. Ooh. It can cause inflamed and scarred lungs. Ooh, they also have iron on the moon. That's interesting. So is this formed when meteoroids crash on the moon's surface, heating and polarizing rocks and dirt? Fabulous. Good morning, Kathy. We've been very spacecraft, space, moon-centric this morning with India landing their spacecraft on the moon. Or their mooncraft. It's called Mooncraft 3.
Mooncraft 3. So the prime minister looks like a parent berating some bad boy.
You think so?
I tell you one more time.
He's supposed to be happy looking. He looked happy for a second there when he was waving his little flag.
Looks like they, well, sort of, like they were shocking it. He was just doing this. Yeah. Looks like they woke him out of a deep sleep to come in, and I really got to get back to my TV show. Matlock's on.
It is 6:43 their time right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now they can all go out for drinks after this.
No, they can't.
Why not?
They're Hindu.
They don't drink. They can all go out for dinner after
Hindu
this.
and Muslim. So no pictures. I mean, guys, know your audience. Yeah, they're just showing the prime minister rambling on and
Well, he's given a big
the space
speech,
agency
you know?
people waving at the cameras. So
They're all proud of themselves. They worked hard for this.
pictures is what we want.
Speaking of pictures, I only took one picture in Louise yesterday. I sent a picture to Kyle. And
Did you guys set a date or a time when you're going to come back? Or
No, I'm going to call them and we'll work something out.
did you see all the dresses?
Yes.
a lot, right?
Mm-hmm. And remember how I was like, I don't think I want a lot of lace. I want maybe like a ball gown, something simple. Oh, my Lanta, maybe I do want lace. Those dresses are so pretty. And they've got ones that are like ivory, and there's one that was like cashmere colored that I love.
You're going to do a lace vomit?
Vomit?
Lace vomit?
And there was one that had these gorgeous, really intricate long sleeves that was so lovely. It went really, really well, Dorinda. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. And they were asking about Beans and the boy and providing stuff for them too. And it was, I definitely got emotional yesterday looking everything over.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys go to Roots?
Yes. I got a Cookie Monster latte. It was very good. And then I went and got a gluten-free peanut butter and jelly bar, which is also very good. That was my first time like in Pittsburgh. Not just like driving through it or driving around it. And it reminded me a little bit of Manhattan. Like you can definitely tell where the college kids live.
Very much so. Yeah. It's a lot like Manhattan.
Like this house looks like it's owned by 4 young men.
With Greek letters on the front. Yeah. Manhattan's campus area and Pittsburgh are very, very similar.
Mm-hmm. College town, yeah.
So if you only went up to Sarah Lurie's, did you go any further north after you left there? Okay, then you've missed all the shopping district and everything. They've got what is now the downtown. That's the old downtown, but there's with Walmart and all the other fast food places and everything is just north of town, on the north end of town. I also talked to Gary Crow after you had left, and he called here and let us know that next week when we go to Miami, that he has secured us access. There's a gentleman who owns property with one of the chat piles on it and has agreed to let us go up onto it. So we're going to get to go up, take some pictures. It's one of the biggest chat piles there that's still in existence.
Can you take a piece of chat?
Why would you want to, Jen? It's just white rocks.
Just to, I don't know, to have and to hold.
You have some in your house that you're living in right now, okay?
Do?
Yeah,
really?
in your foundation. That's what they use mixed with concrete. Chat.
What?
You can have chat. We can get you some dust bunnies. You can have a little dirt out in the park out in the parking lot.
Lanta.
Yeah. So, on the 31st, we're going to be going first to the Coleman House, Gary said, and then he's going to take us up north to that chat pile. We may or may not go by Mickey Mantle's birthplace on our way out because that's in Commerce. And then there was something else he said he was going to take us to. As we go through Pitcher. So he's excited about this. He really is. He says he's going to make it a good time for us.
Are we doing lunch after?
I think so is the plan.
Okay.
So, or we may do lunch before we go on over to the chat pile because that, I think, is on our way back.
Okay.
So we'll find out where he wants to go. Gary will recommend something, and we'll take and buy him lunch.
Okay. Yeah, there's a good group of us that are going to be there.
Yeah, so I would make a little time. I mean, we're going to try to be done by around noon, but I might be more like 1.
Yeah, that's been pretty on par. Between 12 and 1 have been... Sorry, she's giving a speech. These have lasted till about 12
What's he looking at on her? Oh, Linda's getting larger.
Welcome back, Megan. Morning, Malin. How you doing? She said, happy birthday, Bubby.
Close, but no cigar.
Oh, Melissa, I'm so excited. The dresses there are stunning, and the girls were super sweet there.
So for those of you just coming on, we have been watching.
We're meeting at 10:30 on the 31st, Dorinda.
We have been watching the moon landing of the rover, the Indian rover, the Shantara rover.
Actually, we're meeting in Miami at 10:30. What time are we meeting at the station?
Chandayara.
If they're following us out there.
If you're following us, which I don't recommend doing because we're going to end up on I-44, I would just say let's meet up there at around 10:15.
I thought it was 10:30.
Depends on when we can get done. It's about the same amount of time as we took going to Carthage. So I would say about 10:15-ish. And meet at the Coleman house is the easiest way. That way we don't have
Ooh,
to stand
we're going.
around waiting for everybody to show up.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Pumpkin spice. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 750.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113. It's 80 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in about 11 minutes. And in the next hour,
We're talking about your bathroom rule.
or what you think ought to be a bathroom rule for when you're in the bathroom.
Like if you dribble, wipe it up.
Okay, let's not get gross about it.
I
all
think
right?
that should be a rule. For some people, apparently
How
it's
about-
not.
How about let's just start with an easy one, like no talking to each other.
You say that, but in the women's bathroom here, we'll have full-fledged conversations across the stall.
You guys go to the bathroom together. I don't get that either. That's the whole thing.
Why not? It's just, I don't know, it's a
Weird.
friend thing. It's no big deal.
No, don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't acknowledge my presence while I'm in there.
So you can call or text to let us know what your bathroom rules are, or should be at 623-1025.
So you went yesterday to Pittsburgh. So for those of you that don't know, Jen announced that she's getting married on December the 15th and has decided to do it here in the studio.
And it's been super exciting sharing it with everyone, and so many folks from the KIX fam are getting involved and just making this a wonderful experience. So yesterday, we went to Sarah Larie's in Pittsburgh to start talking dresses and things like that.
So,
And of course, afterward, I had to, get coffee.
oh, you did?
I did, because here's the thing. Pumpkin spice is going to launch any day now. Some places, Dunkin's already got pumpkin spice. Krispy Kreme's got their pumpkin spice donuts. I am waiting for the places around here to please give me my pumpkin spice. I want it so bad.
Isn't Starbucks already doing pumpkin spice? Aren't they launching today or
Is
this
it today?
week?
It's. I think it's tomorrow
Why-
or Friday
why-
when they're
why?
finally going to launch it.
Why are you trying to get your life to end quicker?
What are you talking about?
You're just rushing things, trying to make time go by quicker to end your life sooner.
What? No, that's
That's
not what
gotta
I'm
be
doing.
what it
I'm
is.
just excited for pumpkin spice. I'm ready for fall. And actually, I just looked it up. Starbucks allegedly is going to have their pumpkin spice tomorrow.
See, today it's summer. It's summer tomorrow. It's still summer. It's too early for pumpkin spice.
Well, I know,
Jen.
and it's going to feel like it, but I'm ready for pumpkin spice.
No.
Now I'm ready to celebrate it. I'm ready to drink it and love it.
It's ridiculous. It's pumpkin.
Pumpkin spice, spice, baby. Pumpkin spice, spice, baby.
In the fall, I like a spice that's pumpkin. Now it's back, coming early from Dunkin' Donuts. Releasing autumn spices. Order it hot or ask them to ice.
Is it way too soon?
I don't think so. Another cup down? My throat. In my coffee, I put a spice that's delicious. Put in some cream, a little sugar, and mix it.
Spice, spice, baby.
Still summer.
Pumpkin spice, spice, baby.
Too early.
Pumpkin spice, spice, baby. Not autumn. Pumpkin spice, spice, baby. It's so early.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen, powered by Buffalo Run Casino and Resort on the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
You know what I just remembered? We have a bit of an in because Dorinda's daughter works at Starbucks. Does she know when pumpkin spice is launching, Dorinda?
Tomorrow, right? You
I
said?
think it's tomorrow is the rumor. That's what everyone's saying. Morning, Kinda. Thank you, Malin. Yes, the wrong Reverend Wildflower Hippie Mama.
Yes, we'll be officiating at the event.
No toilet paper in the toilet. That's your biggest bathroom rule. Wait, you don't want the toilet paper to go in the
You
toilet?
don't want toilet paper?
You want it to go in the trash can? Or are you just team bidet all the way?
You got to dry somehow.
Ooh, please do, Melinda. That sounds so good.
What?
And she said, me and Sam have a new pumpkin spice bonbon recipe. That sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah, the cookies that she makes,
Wait, Meg.
which she's never sent me any of them.
Wait, how do you make your own pumpkin spice? I want to make my own pumpkin spice.
You take pumpkin and you put spice on it.
Thank you.
Have you ever felt the inside of a pumpkin?
Yeah,
Gross. Yeah.
It
Why
is
do you want to
gross.
put that in your drink?
it's different. I work at a gas station, and we already have the Starbucks pumpkin spice frappuccinos. Here's the thing. The ones in the glass bottles are about, like, B tier. The S tier pumpkin spice is the
S?
one you actually get from Starbucks.
S?
S tier. S tier is like top. It's superior. You go S,
Wouldn't that-
and then you go A, B, C, blah, 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 blah.
I thought A would be the top.
You would think, but
S tier
the
would
internet
where
says
you'd,
S tier's better.
where you'd put the tier.
Mhm. Yes, they said that one was. They're liking your song.
What is it, Teddy? What's wrong with your bonbon?
Oh, Teddy.
Teddy?
What's
Oh, look. It's your courage sack. Someone damaged your courage sack. Teddy?
Except now that you've mentioned the Starbucks Frappuccinos from gas stations, I want one. Sounds delicious.
Deanna says, no, it'll clog. So she lives on a septic. That's why it's her rule. No toilet paper. So what do you use? Curious.
Yeah,
I ask with much trepidation, Deanna.
Do you have like reusable toilet paper?
Which is a thing. My youngest daughter, they do not allow any toilet paper. It's bidet and reusables.
You aren't a flusher, you're a thrower. You throw your teepee in the really?
A lot of people do, which we do in our bathroom on the bedroom because that septic line, it's not a septic, it's a sewer line that goes through the city, it has continually clogged. So we don't use toilet paper in that toilet. And since
Doesn't it stink?
No, we just use toilet paper for drying. We have bidets.
Oh.
And you use a little bit of toilet paper for drying, like 2 squares is all you need. It's just drying. And then you throw that in the trash.
Why don't you just use a washcloth to dry?
I don't know. I mean, you could, and then put it into a laundry hamper.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of laundry. You could. Deanna says, gross! Reusable, gross! Gios. So what? Okay, toilet paper in a trash can, which ought to be a lot of toilet paper, I would think. You guys, you need bidets. I mean, really, it is the greatest thing ever.
I thought toilet paper was supposed to just kind of once it gets in the water.
I've never heard it make that noise, but
No,
if it did, I would be like, don't ever buy. Charmin has really changed their standards.
Like it's supposed to like disintegrate. Not if you clean your bathroom regularly when the
Which,
3-year-old
didn't you try the bidet last time you guys were over?
I tried it, yeah.
But not right?
No.
Got in their hair.
I may have shot the wall. I don't know what I was doing. I tried.
It's awesome. It is the greatest thing ever.
I tried the bidet at the Stat Brothers in
Stop,
Harrisonville. Yeah.
So when we go on vacation, that's the thing I miss the most is not having a bidet with me.
Is there a portable bidet you can buy?
I mean, they're not that hard to install. It takes maybe 10 minutes to put it in, but you'd have to have some tools with you and stuff, and you're going to need an extra hose. Most of the bidets come with the extra hose that you need.
Could you get one that you just pour water into and has a little like reservoir?
No, I wouldn't think so. It's got to have the jet, So you need water pressure.
Put a fan in it.
It's like if you use the bidet while the sprinklers are going or the sprinkler system or while someone's taking a shower, it's not as effective.
The Mexican that lived next door put theirs in the
Deanna
trash.
said, yeah, Stat
It
Brothers,
blows
the
over
only
my
time,
yard. Oh, no, Jimmy.
the only time she used one, she felt uncomfortable afterward. Like you'd done something wrong, right, Deanna? I don't think I did something right.
Yeah, it's the lot. So I've tried the bidet twice now, or 2 or 3 times.
There is a bit of a learning curve, but it's not a bad
And it
one.
moves for one.
The Stat Brothers does.
Yes. So you can't just sit there and be like, shoot it and be like, oh, it's not hitting my butt just right.
Yeah.
No. And then that one also has a heater.
Well, that's kind of nice.
And it also can move a little bit. So it can like spray this way or like spray more pointed.
Well, on the one like we have, you can move it. The little switch that's over there, there's 2 switches. One is forward spray, and then there's one reverse, which is a nozzle clean, and it sprays it back against the toilet. So it's to clean out just the nozzle. No, you never use that one. So you leave that one going forward. Then you can also choose how hard the water flow is. So all the way on or just lightly on. And then there is another little lever that you can move back and forth that moves the nozzle back and forth. So it doesn't move left and right. You have to do a little.
So you got to
you want
figure out how
that.
to aim it right.
Yeah. So there is a whole aim process. I will say higher is better. So further back.
So then it kind of dunk-a-dunk.
Yeah. Well, and you're Yeah, we are way too comfortable together. You're right, Megan. The fact that we're talking about this.
Next time I come over, will you show me how to actually?
No,
like,
I will not
No.
show you.
Not
No, you
demonstrate, but
weirdo.
Tell me what the buttons do. I don't know what they do.
I will show you. Oh, okay, Deanna. And for those of you that are thinking maybe this is an option for your home, I will tell you it'll save your septic, it'll save your sewer, you'll save a fortune in toilet paper. It's cleaner, it's more hygienic, it's healthier. You can buy a bidet online on Amazon for like $40-$50.
Maybe I'll put one on our wedding registry.
There you go. The next Gen Tour, Randy's bathroom. So if you go on Amazon, let me see what I can find. And they've got all sorts of prices, but they are all basically the same design.
But I like the one at Step Brothers that dries your butt for you.
Now
that's cool.
That's a whole different level of bidet. You're talking $1,000 bidets there, okay?
You spoiled me, Step Brothers, and I didn't even use it right.
So they have bidet attachments, bidet toilet seats, and then there are bidet toilets. The bidet toilets can be about $1,000. The Tushy, which is the most common bidet attachment for your toilet.
Is that what you have?
$62. One of ours is a Tushy, one's not, but they're both about the same. This bidet toilet seat, which has warm water, you've got to have a warm water line run to it. Most of your toilets don't have that. It's $315.
Wait, so it's going to be spraying cold water on your derriere in the winter after you've done your business?
Well, no, it's not cold. You think, well, I don't want cold water there. It's not that bad. Okay, so here.
Yes, it has a drying setting, Deanna, and it's
fancy
not.
One. Why would you?
It's hot.
See that thing that came out right there and sprays right there?
That's too close.
No, you want it close.
That's scary looking.
That's a good one.
That's scary looking.
That's the bio bidet, and those are pretty expensive.
It looks like something bad's about to happen to you.
So it comes out, and it's $221. It has a dryer. But this little deal right here, this is the Tushy. That is all it is. And it mounts right under your toilet seat.
Oh, is that what you have in that bathroom?
Yep.
Yeah.
It mounts right like that.
See, I don't know what all those things do. I don't even remember what I did last time.
This is what's weird. Look at this picture of this woman here. What is she looking at? What is she thinking about while she's using the bidet? Why does she still have her shorts on? So I can't get this picture real close. There you go. So it does the little spray right out of there. It fits right under the toilet seat. That's exactly like the one we have. And it's super easy to put in. So they have the spa, and then they have the classic. This one.
Wait. What's the
is
spa?
the one that my daughter has. It has temperature control, so it has warming. You've got to run a warm water line, which she ran off of her sink, which is right next to their toilet. So it wasn't that big of a deal. She just attached a hose in the line and ran it over to the. My toilet is clear in another little chamber in our bathroom, so it's not an option for me.
Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. The more you know. La, 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 la.
An excessive heat warning in effect today. Could feel like 113 this afternoon. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight with lows in the mid-70s. Sunshine 100 for tomorrow. Sunshine 100 for Friday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar isn't showing anything over the 4 states.
79 in Neosho, 80 in Pittsburgh, 81 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So, interestingly enough, on the live video, we're talking about bidets right now and how to use them and all that stuff.
How many days? I feel like this happens at least once a month where our conversations go to bidets.
And bathroom stuff. So, we're talking, too, about what you think should be a rule for when you're in a public restroom.
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
Here's Luke Bryan.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Oh, my Lanta. I never made that connection. Bathroom rules, and we're talking bidets.
That's why she's here. Nothing gets by her. Nothing.
I was like, we're talking a lot about what we're talking about on the live today.
I think because of this. Oh my gosh.
Are we missing something?
Oh, okay, it is. It's just under a different title. So I think we ought to play this for them at least. Never miss an opportunity, right? You're doing your duty, then it's time to clean up. You're taking so long, man, what's the hold up? You used to think you could wipe away all your troubles, but no way. There's something else you need to do. Do. Yeah, you need a bidet. Quit fooling around. You don't wanna mess with the mess downtown. You say you don't know toilet paper's too dry. You gotta freshen up where the sun don't shine. You need a bidet if it's more than a part. When you use it a lot, never get skid marks. You need a bidet. Yeah, you need a bidet. If there's a song about it, you know it's a fact.
Is it?
Yeah, that's how you can tell when it's true. There's a song about it.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
It's potty day.
Oh, my ear will not unclog.
You need more Albert?
I went and got some, but all they had was the 12-hour Walmart. I think I'm going to try switching over to Zyrtec, but I just bought 2 weeks worth of this stuff, so I've got to wait.
Have you ever used Zysol?
Never heard of Zysol. I think you just made up that word.
No, Zysol is the one that my doctor recommended back in Manhattan. She was like, this is the one that's been shown to be most effective to current allergies is Zysol.
Never seen it or heard of it.
It's XYZOL, I think.
Where could you buy it, though? You got to be able to find it. That's the thing. You can't buy any of the pseudoephedrine allergy medications online. I went and looked on Amazon. They won't sell any of the pseudoephedrine-based allergy, which is are the only ones that work. Oh, it just popped open. Just popped open. While I was talking, it just went. Whoop.
It looks like this.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Maybe they do have it.
Super well reviewed.
Okay, is there a place you can buy that prescription strength?
It's not prescription strength.
Is a prescription strength allergy medicine.
I think you can just buy it.
Prescription strength.
Okay, you're right.
Original prescription strength.
You made your point. Got it. I always got it from Walmart. To be honest with
Shopping. Hit the shopping button.
you. Yeah, Target, Walgreens, Walmart.
Maybe it works better without pseudoephedrine.
I don't know. It's what worked well for me.
I was going to try the other word that I said, Zyrtec, but I don't like Zyrtec because then at 11 o'clock I'm like, ugh!
Yeah.
Which this has done this a couple of times. The other night I'm laying there and it's this weird, almost adrenaline feeling in your muscles. And I have to usually get up and do push-ups or something for like as many as I can, just wear that out.
Yeah.
It's like it gets caught in your muscle tissue and it makes you wired.
That's a weird thing. And it's kind of weird that you say that because the last couple of nights I've had that kind of same restless
You're like, oh, it's just almost an ache.
It's uncomfortable for sure.
Very.
You're like, I can't get it to
just to be able to relax.
Take a potato, poke holes in it, heat it up in the microwave. When done, put in clean sock and put it up to your ear.
People do these things because later they go tell their friends, you're not going to believe what I talked them into doing.
The steam helps unclog the ears, she says. The crackheads have ruined it for people who need Sudafed.
Right. Crackheads, meth heads.
Yeah.
Crankers. So I would hate to see what it looks like down in the inner ear canal because of this drainage. There's probably like Slime City. This stuff is the most viscous liquid I have ever known. It's like something from a horror show. If you could imagine a snail trail, that's like this stuff that my body produces.
Oof.
In an effort. And I wake up sometimes choking to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are fascinating things we talk about. For the people who have just come on here and going, what the heck?
What am
Are they talking
I
about?
doing here?
I apologize. Now it's closed again.
Where is the thing?
It's over next to the deal.
Oh, I really did. I thought I sent that to him, but I guess I didn't.
So
Hot potato, hot potato.
we've been doing some of the AI remakes.
Mm-hmm.
They just had the Beach Boys sing 9 Inch Nails Hurt.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Wow. Hold on, we got to go.
That's freaky.
That's insane. I was like, how are they going to pull that off?
Sounds just
It
like 'em.
does.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 811.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113. It's 81 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 15 minutes, but we're talking today about what do you think should be a rule for when you're in the bathroom?
What do you think? What should be a rule?
No talking to me, no looking at me, do not acknowledge my presence.
So are we talking just public bathrooms or private bathrooms, or what are we talking?
Especially private. What are you doing in my private bathroom? Get
I'm
out
not
of here.
doing anything in
Well,
there.
I'm just saying nobody needs to acknowledge me, especially when I'm in the middle of the process. You know, do not talk to me at that moment. I'd rather you didn't when I'm washing my hands. I do not want us to acknowledge that that is a thing at all.
You can call or text to let us know what you think should be a bathroom rule at 623-1025.
Here's Cody Johnson.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Serious.
We're just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. It's not a thing people
Right.
do. I have to pee, speaking of. What do you think should be... What do you think should be the rules of the bathroom? What do you think should be... What do you think should be...
I had a good way of...
How did you just phrase it?
what is your bathroom should be rule is what the calls say. But what do you think should be a rule? If you could make your own rule that everybody had to follow in the bathroom, what would it be? I guess I'm really overdoing that. So the New York Police Chief, James Burke, I don't know if you guys remember who this guy is. He was the one who botched the investigation of the Gilgo Beach murders that there's been so many documentaries about and everything. They just busted him in a prostitution sting.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Just leave the charges there on the dresser.
That's pretty good. They don't have a toilet emoji?
Yes, they do. Yeah, there is.
Where?
There's also one of the face, and the guy looks like he's grunting really hard. So I don't know if you want to use that, but there is a toilet emoji.
Found it.
Did you hear about that guy who got stung by over 2,000 bees on that golf course in Arizona?
No, what the heck?
2,000 bee stings. It seems like a lot, but I got stung over 240 times when I ran over a nest of ground yellow jackets, which yellow jackets, if you don't know, they're hornets. They are a type of hornet, and they were nesting in the ground. And I was staying with my mom I'd come in off the road and was staying with her for a few days. And I decided I'd be, the good son and mow her yard for her. The backyard needed mowed. She lived in Houston, Missouri. And I got out there with her push mower mowing, and I ran over a nest of those. And I don't remember it. My mind has blocked it out. I can remember my car wreck, but not I remember it felt like an electric shock. I remember I thought I'd run over an electrical line, and I was being electrocuted. They went up. I was wearing jeans. They went up my pants legs. And my little brother was there at the time. He said they heard me screaming, and they came to the door and thought I was being an idiot that I was out dancing. They said, it looked like you were doing some sort of Russian dance. You were kicking your
Screaming
legs
and dancing.
waving, and then I collapsed. And they went out and beat them off me and had to pull my pants off. And they called an ambulance, took me to the hospital. And I spent 2 days in the hospital. I was unconscious for like the first 24 hours. But my mom said I was rambling on about everything and talking nonsense. And it was horrible.
That's scary. I've never even been stung by one.
It hurts. I'd rather be stung by a wasp than a yellow jacket. And a yellow jacket can sting you over and over and over again.
Oh, they don't just sting you and die or lose a stinger.
No, they sting and sting and sting. They counted over 240 stings on me.
Jeez. Oh, man. I got peace.
Did you see this giraffe that was born with no spots?
No, I want to see it. Where is it?
Looks like a freaky deer.
Oh, look at him. He looks naked.
I'll show you guys a picture of it.
He looks buff and naked.
He does look very buff.
Why does he look like he's got some massive pectorals going on?
I'm a giraffe.
Hulk, baby.
Hold on, let me get a good picture of it here.
Did the mom accept it?
I guess it'll be all right. Here's what it looks like. There you go. Yeah, that's a little weird, isn't it? He is all buff.
He is.
Giraffe!
He looks like he's going to fight you and take your lunch money. But he's adorable without spots.
So, and they are trying so hard to get you to come back to the movie theaters. This Sunday, they're having a deal at most theaters across the U.S. where you can get in for $4.
Ooh.
I doubt ours is. Ours never does. And if they do, it'll be like in the afternoon and they'll show 1940s cartoons or something, maybe. Not for any of the good movies. No.
Right, of course not. Is it a boy or a girl? Did they name it? The giraffe?
I don't know. I didn't delve that far into it. The other giraffes won't let him play any giraffe games, but someday he'll save Giraffimus.
Exactly.
Angelina Jolie got a middle finger tattoo this week. It says F Brad on it. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't.
I was like, well, what?
So, for some reason, they showed the picture of it, but it was blurred what it said. So, who knows what it actually says? Who cares?
You ready? 15 seconds. I brought leftover taco salad for lunch today. I'm so excited to eat it.
It's going to be a party Wednesday for Jen.
There are beans, yes.
You need a bidet. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel like 113 this afternoon. It's 81 in Joplin.
And we've been talking about what do you think should be a rule when you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, if you could set rules that everyone else had to follow for the bathroom, what would those rules be?
623-1025 to text or tell us your rule.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
What would your bathroom rule be?
It don't matter what the rules are when the wife's in there. The rules change every single day.
Yep, that's her
Wait,
prerogative.
what's that supposed to mean?
I can walk in like I did this morning and sit down, not say a word, and she comes out of the shower and she's startled. I could walk in and say a word and she's startled. It don't matter what I do, it's wrong.
I'm getting the impression she wishes you wouldn't walk in.
You know, I could go out in the yard.
And that is your prerogative.
And I get in trouble for that sometimes.
Yeah, by the police.
What would be your bathroom rules?
I thought this was kind of weird. I was at a restaurant one time, and some lady asked me to watch her child in the changing station.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. She's like, can you watch him for a second while I throw this out? And I was like,
Okay.
Like, you just want me to stand here with your newborn child?
No way. My stranger danger would be going nuts. Like, I'm all for helping mamas and having a tribe and things like that, but there's no way I'm going up to a stranger in a bathroom and asking him to watch my baby.
She hasn't even had the clean diaper on him yet.
Oh, so he's just hanging out naked. That poor kid.
Just put your finger
She's like,
right here and hold him still.
Can you watch it for a second, make sure he doesn't roll off? And I'm like, okay.
Well, he was a newborn. Apparently, she'd just had him, so.
She needed a little more help than just that at that moment, I guess.
What would your bathroom rule be?
No phones allowed.
No phones allowed. You know how many cell phones are damaged or destroyed by dropping them in the toilet each year?
I don't know about that, but my wife goes and spends hours in the bathroom because she's Facebooking.
If your butt goes numb from sitting on the seat, you've been in there too long.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you've been on your phone too long.
Wait a second. If you're sitting there on the toilet, how do you accidentally drop it into the toilet?
You sit on the toilet weird, or you have a giant toilet. You have one of those big bowls, you know, a group bowl.
A group? No! Reggie!
What would your bathroom rule be if you could make up your own rule for the bathroom?
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 per country.
That is a terrible
bowl.
mental image that I did not want to have.
Butts all the way around.
Did you watch? No, I did not watch April the Giraffe give birth.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, that was a whole big thing. Speaking of watch, did anybody watch Ahsoka Tano last night?
I've already had this conversation.
So, I don't know if you got the chance to watch the new show, the new Star Wars series that premiered last night on Disney, but it's going to be happening weekly now on Tuesday nights at 8 when they're going to drop these. And I watched the first 2 episodes last night. I got to say, they are getting better and better and better at this. This was on a level with Kenobi, I think. It's really awesome that they're picking up the whole storyline from the animated series Rebels and moving forward with that. And what was really cool, without giving any spoilers, at the end of episode 2, they recreated the scene from the very end of the animated series where Sabine, the Sabine character, meets up with Ahsoka Tano. And so some stuff's happened. It really helps if you've watched the animated series Rebels going into this. You're going to know who all the characters are and everything. If not, there's going to be a whole new lexicon of Star Wars characters that you're not familiar with. But that's okay. They do a good job of filling in the gaps on the storyline. But really, really look good. Had some good fight scenes. There are some good actors and actresses. Something that confused me was every now and then when they're having dialogue, the character, like they'll be talking like, we need to go to the, and they'll extend their arm like this. And I'm like, what is the deal with them talking with their hand gestures? It's these awkwards. You really need, they'll say something like, we need the plans to the Death Star, you know, and they'll put their hands out. And I'm like, there is a director in this show that is an idiot who's saying, I need you to gesture with your hand when you do that. That's the only weird thing in the whole show. The Dathomir Night Sisters are introduced in this series. It's the first time in a live movie thing that the Dathomirian Night Sisters have been introduced. And if you don't know who the Dathomirian Night Sisters are, they are as creepy and weird as they sound. Darth Maul, who you'll remember from, what was the name of the movie? Was it The Phantom Menace? Yeah, The Phantom Menace, where Darth Maul was in it. Darth Maul is from the planet Dathomir, and he is a Night Brother. So he's of the Brotherhood of the Night. And they are a matriarchal society that is run by all the women. And the women are a bunch of witches, sorcerers from that planet, known as the Night Sisters. And so there is a Night Sister in this group, or in this storyline. But I thought it was awesome. I thought they did a great job. Yeah, well, Megan's asking if I finished alone. I'm halfway through the finale. So I sit down yesterday before I had to go to rehearsals while I was eating supper and watched about 15, 20 minutes of it. So there's still the last 3 of them on there. So don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I think I know who's going to win it. If he doesn't screw up and hurt himself, it's the Canadian guy with the alcoholic history. Clearly, he has the most food. He's doing the best out of all of them. I know he sets his shelter on fire. So I saw that in the previews, but I did not finish it. Melissa says her son's talking bathroom etiquette 101 that boys know when they're born. Yeah, one of those is that whenever you are presented with one of those extended urinal troughs, you must stand on the end and see if you can hit the wall. That's for boys. I remember in kindergarten, elementary school, the kindergarten and first and second grade had their own bathroom, and it had a great long urinal that when you walked into the room, you turned left, and there was this urinal all across that wall. Well, the idea was that the boys would stand in front of it and pee into it, and it wouldn't be a big mess. The only difference was that when you turn left, you're right at the end of that long trough. So all the boys would literally take turns seeing if they could make it all the way to the end of that urinal trough, which is about 10 foot long, and most of us could.
When I left, you were talking about Ahsoka. Now you're talking about trying to pee for 10 feet.
Yeah, the Australian episodes. I watched one of those. I haven't watched any more of the Australian episodes. They look like, I figured, this is Australia. These are going to be some tough guys. No, they're all flower tree-hugging hippies that most of them bail on the first day.
Oh.
They're idiots.
Let's see. Some of the bathroom rules we've gotten on Facebook.
Don't leave tire marks on the toilet bowl. That's a good rule. Megan, you ought to call in with that one. Are we getting any on Facebook?
Yeah, we got don't talk and no time limits.
I guess.
How long do you need to be in there for?
But Jen and I went down a rabbit hole of looking into the characters and the whole animated scenes from Rebels that they've recreated in Ahsoka. I think Rosario Dawson is great, but I think even better than her is the girl they got to play Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
The girl. She's phenomenal and a great actress. They have a pretty famous cast, too. So, what's his name?
Scooby.
So, Natasha Liu Bordizzo is playing Sabine. Are you kidding?
What else has she been in?
I don't know. Let me see. Movies she's been in: The Voyeurs, Guns Akimbo, Sword of Destiny, a bunch of stuff you would not know.
Okay.
She was in The Greatest Showman.
Who was she in The Greatest Showman? I've seen that
She was
one.
in Boba Fett? I didn't even realize. I probably saw her and didn't even realize who it was. Trying to find the name of the guy who is the
We're getting a
leader
phone call.
of the planet that Sabine's from. So Ezra is coming back in this. So the character of Ezra from the TV show Rebels. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
You talking about the toilet issues, toilet habits?
Oh, hold on. It's Megan.
Hold on, Megan.
She's giving us one. Yeah. What do you think should be a rule?
Well, I don't think you should leave them tire marks on the toilet. I know for sure everybody turns around and looks at it. So you know you left them.
Yeah, but that's because you came in too hard for a landing.
Why do we as people do this on a side note? Why do we always turn and look?
It's always a side note, isn't it? It's on the side.
Gross, Randy. Are we just like wanting to see how proud we are? We want to inspect what we've done.
Well, look what I did. Hey, Mom.
Go get the camera.
I made.
I made.
Yep. Thanks, Megan.
You too, Megan. When my husband's in the restroom too long, 20 minutes is pushing it, I send a kid in there to bother him.
Go get your dad. Things I have to do as a child.
Because I know for sure. No,
That's one of Kyle's biggest peeves is if he's in the bathroom, he does not want to be bothered.
everybody said it. So you know. You left them.
Yeah, but that's because
Them.
Replace the toilet paper roll, Rhonda says.
you came in too hard for a landing.
Why did we as people do this on a side note? I know. Why do we always turn and look?
It's always a side note.
Why do we always turn and look on a side note?
It's always a side note, isn't it? It's on the side.
Gross, Randy.
We probably can't play that because we play him all the time.
Phone calls.
Earn curls.
Oh.
Phone calls. Okay, I'm done.
Bathroom.
Yankees.
We've got a really good one coming up.
Every time I look over, all I can see is Buff Boy.
Ugh.
On Buff
we
Draft.
We didn't have enough until that call, so thank you very much,
thank you, Megan.
I'm trying to
am
find
Buff Man.
where's the full cast.
Over there. If the trash is out, take it out and replace the bag.
The name of the dude that I'm trying to think of. Cast and crew. There we go. He's a very famous actor. And so help me, I cannot find him.
Put that thing back where it came from. We're going after this song.
Mark Ralston? No.
I've got Palm Beach here.
Clancy Brown. So he's a very famous actor, and he is playing Governor Ryder Azadi in this movie, which is
Azadi. How do I know that name?
Lothar is the name of the planet that they are from, and he's the governor of it, leader of it, whatever.
What's the hierarchy in Star Wars? Like, who's the top dog?
Of what?
Like, we have a president here in the U.S.
Well, this is a galaxy, so you'd have the chancellor, which would be over the republic, the new republic. The chancellor would be, and I don't know who the chancellor is. At once upon a time, it was Leia, according to the story canon.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's run by a council, the governing council, where each planet gets a representative. It's a republic similar to the republic we have. Everybody says, well, America's a democracy. No, it's not.
That's
It's
right,
not.
Amidala and Jar Jar Binks, right?
Yeah. Or all
What were they? Senators.
senators, so council representatives or senators. And they were in the old empire, which it was not. It was a republic, but it had a chancellor at the time. And the chancellor, as you know, appointed himself emperor, became Darth Sidious, all of that. So after that was all overthrown, I think they did away with the chancellorship, and it's just a governing council of senators from each planet. So there is no, and then each planet also has its own government.
Have you heard from MJ? Is he doing
Not
better?
today.
Hopefully that's a good sign.
Yeah, it was about this time yesterday, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
An excessive heat warning in effect today could feel as hot as 113. It's 81 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in the next hour. Plus, we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app and go vote for the songs that you want us to play back for at 8:50.
But we're talking about your bathroom should be rules.
Yeah, if you could make a rule that everyone had to follow in the bathroom, what would that rule be?
623-1025 to text or tell us, or you can tell us on Facebook.
What would your rule be?
Men should stand closer to the toilet.
Well said.
Now, wait. I can explain why this is a thing. When we're young, it becomes a target thing, and it's a good way to check your prostate.
Okay, so what's the excuse for grown men?
Well, we're reliving our youth.
You could do that and stand a little bit closer.
You might have a great aim on the shooting range, but the toilet is obviously not your shooting range.
Practice makes perfect.
No.
You know, ironically, when I try to pee on the shooting range, they make me leave.
What's your should be bathroom rule?
My biggest pet peeve in the bathroom is change the toilet paper, put new toilet paper roll on the toilet paper thing.
Yes,
and make
preach
sure
it.
that the toilet paper goes over.
It's ridiculous. My wife and my granddaughter live in the house, and it's like they never do that.
I also find it interesting, Harry, that you said your pet pee.
Yeah.
Is that a Freudian slip?
Well, what's your pet pee exactly, Harry?
What's your bathroom should be rule?
Well, I don't think you should leave the tire marks on the toilet. Because I know for sure everybody turns around and looks at it.
Yeah.
So you know you left them.
That's because you came in too hard for a landing.
Why do we as people do this on a side note?
It's always a side note, isn't it? It's on the side.
Gross, Randy.
You left a side note on the toilet.
That's not what I meant.
That's what happened, though.
What is your should be bathroom rule?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. That's what you do. Hey, baby God. Ooh. Rap. Oh. There you go, Megan. That's right. We talk about clogging septic tanks. That'll do it for sure. When you shower or change clothing, remove the dirty clothes from the floor and put them in the hamper. Reggie says, don't change the TV channel. That's the bathroom rule.
Huh? What? You have a TV in your bathroom?
Or if it's like when I'm in the bathroom, don't change the channel.
Oh, okay.
Maybe?
So while I go to the bathroom, don't change the channel.
What if they change it back when you come back?
No. Leave it alone. Because you may want to be able to rewind if you DVR stuff or if you have that capability and you lose that someday. Of course, if you're streaming, it doesn't matter. But no,
Streaming.
don't.
That's funny.
There's a weird story here. I'm trying to figure this out. This 15-year-old boy was assaulted by a guy who identifies himself as the Uniontown Ninja. It was in the Manallen Township, Pennsylvania. State police say that he hit the boy in the face and struck his head off a wall several times because the boy did not make him a sandwich. Did he ask for a sandwich or did he just expect it to happen?
Right.
This is where he's not doing it. Stupid boy.
Sometimes I think people have like a mental
issue.
Yes, they have like a mental story going on, and it's very sociopathic. They don't understand the people around them.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they're like, that person is this and this and this in my story, and they should have done this.
Unrealistic expectations. It's almost like when your wife has an inappropriate dream that you behaved inappropriately in, and they wake up angry at you, and you're like, it's not real. I didn't do it. You know what you did.
I've totally done this to Kyle, and I was like, why am I so mad at you? Like, I know it's a dream, but man, like, you've hurt me. It was a dream.
Sociopathic is what it is.
Okay, so the rumors are right. Dorinda said they release it Thursday. So tomorrow's the big day.
Okay.
Thank you, Dorinda. Thank you, Danny.
Talking about the pumpkin spice flavor for Starbucks. Nah.
So it was right. Good job, Rumors. You were correct.
Who's Rumors?
Rumors is
Good job, Rumors.
Rumors was the one reporting on this stuff. And for anyone curious, they are offering some new drinks this year.
This year?
Why are you making fun of me?
You're the only one in here.
Okay. They got the pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin cream cold brew, the apple crisp oat milk macchiato. But they will also have the iced apple crisp oat milk shaken espresso, which sounds delightful. They'll have the iced pumpkin cream chai tea latte. Ooh, that sounds really good.
Does it?
They'll have a new coffee. They'll have a pumpkin cream cheese muffin.
Sounds like
They'll
somebody
have an
spilled flavoring in
apple
your
cake
milk.
Pop. And they will have a baked apple croissant.
So, for those of you who are new parents and you're thinking of how much screen time and maybe even giving your toddler the phone as a babysitter and so that they can learn that skill early on, there's a new study that was released this week that says it is not good for your toddlers. Screen time of any kind. They found that 1-year-olds exposed to more than 4 hours of screen time a day experience developmental delays in communication and problem-solving skills through ages 2 to 4, and fine motor and personal and social skills at age 2, though not at 4.
Interesting.
They said it could actually slow their developmental process.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
But what if you're watching like Baby Einstein?
The Scotland Arts Festival crowned this year's best joke. Is that still on? No, that's because that's so far behind.
Oh, wow.
This year's best joke. I've got the top 10 jokes that were submitted at this year's competition.
All right,
you
what
ready?
we got? Yep.
My grandma described herself as being in her twilight years, which I love because they're great films. That was number 10. Number 9, Nationwide must have looked pretty silly when they opened their first branch.
Okay.
Number 8, I entered the How Not to Surrender competition and I won hands down. Man. Number 7, my friend got locked in a coffee place overnight. Now he only goes into Starbucks, not the rivals. He's Costaphobic. Costaphobic. Okay, never mind. How do Germans greet each other?
How?
Gluten Tag.
I don't get it.
No. Number 5, I thought I'd start off with a joke about the Titanic just to break the ice.
Yeah.
That was last year's winner. Number 5. Number 4, when women gossip, they get called bitchy. But when men do, it's called a podcast.
Okay.
Number 3, last year I had a great joke about inflation, but it's hardly worth it now. Number 2, the most British thing I've heard, a lady who said, well, I'm sorry, but I don't apologize. And the number 1 joke of the year, according to the Scotland Arts Festival, was, I started dating a zookeeper, but turned out he was a cheetah.
I mean, none of these were great. They were just kind of a...
It's a sad year this year.
And this was in what country?
Scotland.
Okay, well...
They're not very funny anyway. They have to wear dresses with no underwear.
They like the breeze.
Anything else in here?
Jimmy says, are they supposed to be funny?
I think so. It was mainly just so everybody could hear the crickets. They've also released, this is kind of ironic. We talked about this earlier, the man rules. Reddit did what is an unwritten rule of being a man. And they said things like, no matter what your age is, a stick is a cool sword.
Okay.
Always click the tongs before you use them.
Yeah.
Always bring all of the grocery bags from the car in one trip.
Actually, Kyle hates that. He thinks it's so stupid. He's like, just make more than one trip. It's not a big deal.
No.
But I am the one that's like, one trip.
If you ever tie anything down on a trailer or the back of a truck, you got to slap it and say, that'll hold it. It's a rule. Every sneeze, maximum volume. And you swear when you sneeze violently. Holy crap. Always offer to help move heavy furniture, even if you secretly hope they say no. Do not shut cabinet drawers with your hip. That's not allowed.
Why?
And because it's a very girly thing to do. Never look a man in the eye while he's eating a banana. That's an important one.
Why? It's just a banana.
No, that's a phallic thing. Don't do that.
It's the banana. Banana.
You eat your bananas backward?
I eat them. So the tall part, I flip it around.
Yep, me too.
Pinch it that way.
I've gotten everyone in the band to eating apples and cheese.
Oh, really?
That's one of the things we do now. They have those mozzarella cheese sticks.
Yeah.
I eat those with an apple. Awesome.
Sounds good. All right, we got to.
It's the only way I'll eat an apple now.
Really?
Yep. Got to make it unhealthy. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 845.
We're talking about your should-be bathroom rules.
623-1025 to text or tell us what you think ought to be a rule in the bathroom.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Chris Young.
On KIX 102.5. Man, you really can't tell on the live that I washed my hair.
Not just on the live.
Yeah, I'm sure in person, too.
Oh, man. Feel like I can breathe. If it wasn't for the fart cologne you're wearing.
It's not fart. It's strawberry ice cream, and I'm already over it.
It's just ain't having it.
The cinnamon cereal milk one yesterday was.
She says so. She goes, you smell that? And I was like, yes, but I wasn't going to say anything. So Frasier, the show Frasier is coming back.
I've always wanted, Okay, I've always wanted to see the original.
Really?
Remakes make me nervous.
Well, the original is still really good, I think. The dog is the star. But Paramount Plus has announced that they are reviving it. In this iteration, Kelsey Grammer's psychiatrist has moved from Seattle back to Boston. I guess he does, too. Other characters in the show include his now adult son, Freddie, who is a firefighter. Other characters include Freddie's roommate, Frasier's nephew, Frasier's old college buddy, and a woman who is the head of the college psychology department. Bebe Neuwirth will also reprise her role as his ex-wife, Lilith. And Perry Gilpin, who played Roz, his producer on the radio show that he was on, she will be in some during the series. David Hyde Pierce, who played his brothers Niles, is not returning.
Is Roz a nickname for something?
Rosalind.
Oh.
There's also a rumor that there will be a stuffed Eddie in the background on a bookshelf.
The dog?
Yeah. Okay. He's a Jack Russell Terrier. This dog's so smart.
Oh, he's so cute. Little Jack Russell.
Some time has passed. I mean, Frasier's now using his father's cane, so. And because it's on the Paramount Network, the first show has Frasier moving to a Montana cattle ranch to dole out some cowboy justice.
Wow.
And in episode 4, he takes the family to a bar named Cheers, only to find it went out of business during the pandemic.
Oh.
Sad.
So I made gazpacho for dinner yesterday.
On purpose?
Yes. And it freaked my family out a lot.
Yeah,
they were like,
"Don't
this
ever
tastes
do
like
this
cucumbers. But it's liquid. And why is it soup? It's cold.
So Gina tried our hand at making one of the things Sarah did the other night. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 848.
An excessive heat warning in effect today. Could feel like 113 this afternoon. It's 81 in Joplin.
Morning KIX takeover is getting ready to start in about 5 minutes, so you still got time to go on the KIX app and make your song picks before we play them back.
But we're talking about your should-be bathroom rules.
This is the thing everybody ought to have to follow and do when they're in the bathroom.
Call or text to let us know, 623-1025.
What is your should-be bathroom rule?
No finger painting.
Yes, that's a very good rule.
Billy, I do not like the progressive art phase you're moving into.
What is your should be bathroom rule?
The women complain about how it's all on the floor in front of it.
Uh-huh.
So how far the water hits in front of the stool.
Is relative to the distance involved, in other words.
Right. They can't do what they brag about.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm going to get the whiteboard out, but I'm
Okay, yeah,
afraid
I'm a
we
little
may
bit
have-
confused right now.
I may have to go talk to Human Resources after I get through drawing this picture, okay? What is your should-be bathroom rule?
No group photos, for sure.
Best one yet!
Yes!
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And no sharing it on social media afterward either.
What is your should be bathroom rule?
You can tell us on Facebook or text us at 623-1025.
Morning Kicks Takeover now just 3 minutes away.
On the 4 states, #1 per country.
Kicks 102.5.
One correct performance does not create a trend.
That was great.
Does not constitute
That last one
a
was
trend.
Kyle.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I think we had to have some help
We
getting
did.
these together because we were low until Megan called in.
And we turned that one into a promo. That
Yeah.
phone call last year.
We used
Evan,
every
good job.
single one of the phone calls. Megan, Jimmy's talking about on Frasier. Eddie, the dog,
Mhm.
was the best part of the show. So we were talking, we tried the bacon wrapped asparagus spears
Mhm.
last night, and she's got to get the cooking time ratio to temperature down because she took a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
And they got a little too done. I could not bite off the bottom of the stalk. It was so tough. So just working that out. I still ate every single one of them. They were amazing. You take bacon and wrap it around an asparagus spear, and then you sprinkle it with salt, pepper, garlic,
Uh-huh.
and then put it in the air fryer.
Ooh, yum. So good.
They are phenomenal, and they make your pee stink. It's so cool. Okay, so we've got a new podcast coming out today. It's the one on school lunches and all that jazz. A lot of back-to-school content. This is Back to School Part 2 podcast.
So this, I think this will be our last back to school one, and then we'll start putting some other stuff on.
Yeah, thank goodness. Next is pumpkin spice, right?
Yeah, pumpkin spice.
Stupid. It's too early for pumpkin.
That's how I feel about that. 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 That's
And
how-
tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the weirdest street name you've ever heard of. I love these weirdest name things.
Yeah, there were some weird ones last year.
Yeah, so think about that. And what's the weirdest one? I used to live on Goodhart Drive. Oh, you better believe that sign got stolen a few
Oh,
times.
I bet it did.
I had, for the longest time, it hung over my bed.
Did you really? That's great.
I did. I was so excited to live on Goodhart Drive, just so I could tell everyone I live on Goodhart Drive.
That's great.
That was the most exciting part of that whole apartment house that I had, condo, whatever. All right. So have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody.
Bye.